is going on, everybody? Welcome back to yet another episode of our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. We got a great one for you today. We are talking about baseball, the standings, what's going on, surprises, the trade deadline in May. What? The playoffs? What? In May? We're looking a little bit at Sorare as always, and then we got some fun games at the end. Before we get into all that craziness, boys, how are we feeling today?
Another day recording.
Ooh,
Whoa.
look, it's
Let's
Is
it's not
go.
Wednesday
really
our new
it's not
day?
really sunny, it's bright.
Bright.
It's sunny here.
It's real
It's sunny
sunny
here.
here. And it's hot.
Yeah.
It's
It's
cloudy.
hot too.
It's cloudy and actually it's currently I don't have the weather. It's like 65.
Ooh.
Wow. Yeah, we're at 81 already and it's only noon.
Ooh.
Jeez.
So,
But I think Chicago had you beat yesterday though. It was
It was
90.
hot yesterday.
yeah, I don't think we hit 90 yesterday. That's crazy.
And we had tornadoes in Wisconsin.
Heyo.
What is going on?
Crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy,
Why all of
crazy.
our stadiums have a roof. Although a roof wouldn't stop a tornado.
True.
That is true.
Stop hail.
We ready for some beginning of the podcast magic here?
Oh, box,
Dude, I
box,
gotta
box.
I gotta
So
remember to say my boxes.
my
That box looks really
computer
bright.
died 2 days ago, and I haven't been able to open my Sorare rewards because you can't open boxes on the app. So we're back, and we have two boxes, but they have been waiting. They've been marinating in that
Oh.
sweet juice box. And I'm gonna start with box two because we never start with the second box. Nope.
Oh.
That was to get it out of the way. For
All right.
one.
Oh, it's
Number
Oh!
one.
yellow. Oh. Oh.
Oh,
Hey, Victor
boo,
Caratini.
boo.
Hey,
That
it's
is
no
a
Clay
tier
Holmes.
5 if I've ever seen one.
That I
Yep.
don't think I'll be able to sell him because I have his rare card and I can't sell his rare card.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Well, hey, I told you some beginning of the podcast magic.
That's your
For
first
Victor
card, isn't it?
Carantini has two walk-offs this year
Wow.
for your Houston Astros, including one against the Brewers, I
Yep.
believe. Brewers also just got walked off against last night too.
2 nights ago. They won
Point
last night.
0.0042.
What is that in English?
$1?
Which would
Yeah,
be
that's probably
if we
$1.
look at his previous sales. Oh,
Whoa,
his
Collection
price is
bonus?
0.004.
inflated because his jersey number just sold. About
Oh,
$3. One sold for 125. I'm gonna list him for 3.
There you
See,
go.
hey, better than nothing, can't complain. That's like better than getting top 50 in Sandlot.
oh,
True.
absolutely.
True.
It's
So
more
can we
fun.
really be mad at the end of the day? No. But can I be mad knowing what Andrew has gotten in the past? Yes.
Yes. Wait, by the way, did you see Clay Holmes blew his first save over the weekend?
Yeah.
They were
did.
up. It was an easy save situation. They were up 3, and he gave up 4 runs for the loss against I forget who, but yeah, it was his first bad outing of the year. So maybe not a tier 1 anymore.
Dang.
Well, I'd say it's probably still tier 1.
Probably.
One
But
bad outing. Imagine if Shohei had one bad outing. You're like, oh, no, you're not a good one.
It's true.
I feel like there are like closers that have solid position, and I guess I don't know exactly the Yankees bullpen situation, so I shouldn't probably speak on it. But he doesn't. I don't know, for some reason he doesn't seem like a locked in closer. Like Hader has had a long leash. Bednar's had a pretty long leash. Diaz on the Reds has had a pretty long leash. Like those guys feel like they're locked in, but I don't know, guys. I feel like if Clay Holmes did the same thing, he'd be out. He'd be gone.
Where are you getting this feeling from? Because I don't get this at all. I think you're fine with Clay Holmes.
I just I think it's just a New York thing. They just don't
Yeah, there you
tolerate
go. Okay, that's true.
mediocrity.
It's true. That is
Um,
very true.
except the Knicks.
Well,
Oh, rip.
it was the
Rip
injury's
Knicks.
fault.
Most yeah, Bucks could say that too.
Hmm.
The Pacers have had the most Mickey Mouse run to the finals ever, but they're gonna lose to the Celtics. So
Probably. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Do you want to take bets on that? We haven't talked
that's
NBA in a minute.
I said
Have
the
you been setting
Celtics were going to
lineups?
win the championship at the beginning of the season,
You
if
did.
I'm
You
correct.
did.
I
I
think
think
you
you're right.
did.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
Wait,
you're
I
yeah.
right.
think we have do we fill out a sheet like we
We'll,
did for baseball?
yeah. We should get to that. We should get to that next week. We'll get to that
All
next
right.
week because
Yeah.
we're not prepared
Yeah.
for that yet this week. But
Yeah.
It's true.
yeah,
We got to look at it after the season.
yeah, that's also
True.
true. That's also
Very
true.
true.
Although I will say, I did not say Jokic for MVP. I'm
Did you
pretty
say
Um,
sure.
Tatum? You said
I
Tatum
said
though.
Tatum because I was
You
high on
went
the
full
Celtics.
Celtics. You're full
Yeah,
that's right.
Celtics.
That's
mhm.
right.
And Tatum was maybe like fifth.
Yeah, he had a decent year.
Mhm.
Meh.
Giannis was higher than him, and Giannis was hurt for a bit. So,
That's
Yeah.
true.
Jalen Brown's the real star in the Celtics.
Ooh, hot take.
hot take.
Not really a hot take, I guess. I got a
That's
hot
pretty
take
hot
for
take.
you,
What's up?
All right.
and it kind of goes along with the card that you won, Victor Caratini,
Mhm.
because the Astros are back,
Yep.
The Astros are back.
They never
but
left.
but they play in the worst division in the MLB.
Yep.
You heard it here first. The AL West is the worst division in the MLB right now. The
By most
Rangers,
competitive.
what are you doing? Astros are coming back, but still not doing amazing. A's are the A's, and the Angels are might be taking over the worst spot in the MLB because the Marlins have been playing better baseball. The Rockies are the Rockies. And the White Sox are also the White Sox, but the Angels are right there
What's the
with
point that you're trying
those
to make?
bad teams. But the AL West is the worst division in the MLB.
Rangers under 500. Last year's champions. Crazy.
Crazy.
Hmm.
Josh, I
It's
might go
crazy.
on a limb. I think the Central could be worse than NL
The
Central.
National League
The
Central.
Nash. We've been bashed. I think we've bashed. I know, at least I know I have the AL Central, but hey, AL Central's back. We got
It's
the
very
Royals.
two top
It's
teams.
regal season. And I don't know, feeling like a little bit on the King's court. That's surprising to me. I don't know. I don't think anyone was high on the Royals to start this year. And to be honest, ever since they won back in like was that 2017, maybe even before then.
Way before then.
Yeah, just it seems like they've been in kind of rebuild mode. And I don't know, I feel like they're pretty good, well-run franchise, kind of maybe a little bit on the Orioles playbook. I wish the Brewers would kind of take a card from some of those organizations, and it's okay if you suck for a couple years because then you can be good. So I don't know. Royals, is this a flash in the pan, getting lucky for 60 days, or is this a team to watch? What do you guys think?
I like them. Bobby Witt
I'd say it's
stays
a team to
hot.
watch. Yeah.
Bobby Witt stays hot. My boy, rare. I have his rare card. Salvador
Oh,
Perez stays hot. Even though he's a catcher, he's not moved into the William Contreras tier because, but he'll DH most days that he's not catching because he can hit for power. He's kind of one of
you
those
can.
home run, yeah. So I kind of like where the Royals stand. A bunch of young talent, and I mean, same with the Guardians.
Yeah. Two
They're
great teams
they're
at the
hot.
top of the
Yeah.
AL
Jose
Central.
Ramirez, J Ram, Nosh, your rare guy. He's
Yes,
hot.
sir.
Josh Naylor also killing it recently. Their pitching has been pretty good. Emmanuel Clase has been unreal. I heard
Unreal.
earlier
Best
today he
closer.
has a .39 ERA.
Jeez.
0.39. I don't know. We could challenge him with actually someone else in the league in the same side of the league there in the AL. For your A's, Mason Miller has also been top closer recently. So if you're looking for someone, keep an eye out. His cards are probably super expensive on Sorare. Mason Miller's also been killing it. But
He's
yeah,
been so good.
yeah.
Throws like 104 miles an hour every pitch.
Mhm.
Wow. For $40 is his floor. Mason
Yeah.
Miller.
Yeah, I didn't
Jeez.
think that he was going to be too cheap, so
That's crazy.
For his new card. His new card. Does he even have old season
no, he's a
cards?
rookie this year.
Yeah. He's a rookie, but he doesn't have the rookie badge on Sorare.
Oh, so maybe he's not a rookie
Interesting.
this year.
So
Maybe he played enough games last year.
no, he does have old season cards. They're just none for sale. His last season
Okay,
card
okay,
was his
okay.
rookie card.
Gotcha.
That makes sense. Well, there you go.
He looks like a ball player. But I don't know, Cole Reagan's also shining for the Royals.
Yeah, their pitching staff has
Another
been excellent.
Vinny's back. He spent all of last year hurt, so I don't know. Royals might be more than a flash in the pan, and yeah, the Guardians are certainly good too. I don't know, but I think like last year we talked about the AL West. I'm not out on the AL West yet. I just Rangers, Astros. It's like the Patriots and I don't even know. Like the Astros, you just never
Yeah.
count them out. Like
True.
they're always going to be there. So I don't know. I can't write them off just yet.
8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah, Bregman's getting hot. Altuve's still yet to hit his full stride. Kyle Tucker's ridiculous.
Kyle Tucker's amazing.
Him and Gunnar Henderson going fist fighting for that title home run league. Crazy. Um, Rafael Devers too. Six
Dude,
six in a row with a home run. That's crazy. Never happened before in Red Sox history. You might see a short later today that I made
oh,
about that. But
Whoa.
yeah. So we got a bunch of big lefty power coming out of the AL, but back to your Astros. Yeah. If their pitching can start picking it up, Framber has yet to hit his
Come on,
form
Frambler.
too.
Come on.
So we have yet to see the true Astros that we know, unless this is their year where they're dropping off, unless this is their year where they're overcooked.
they're getting
You want
old.
the hottest you want the hottest take of the podcast, guys?
What's the hottest take of the
Oh,
podcast?
Alec Manoah is back and he's better than Frambler right now. He's pitching better than Frambler.
oh.
Out. Did we think we'd live to see this day? I did. I don't know about you guys, but I got to take a minute to gloat.
I
I was
mean,
gonna say,
I you can gloat for 2 games. It's not a
Okay.
sample size large enough. He also came back. His first game that he pitched got absolutely shelled.
He did. He got
Let's forget
Framblered.
about that. Yeah. So let's not forget about that. I think your sample size is too small to start gloating. So
Sure. Fair. Maybe
yeah.
four.
I mean, to give
Blue
you
Jays are a
credit,
confusing team.
the Blue Jays are very confusing. To give you credit, he is still 26. Like he
Yeah.
was born in 1998.
Yeah.
So it's hard to count a guy like that out, you know? And if he's starting on the right track, 2 games is not a big enough sample size, like you said. But if he can keep this up all year, again, he's still so young. So he's got a chance to really turn it around.
Yeah.
But the Blue Jays are weird.
Blue Jays are weird.
It's Canadian
Alec
stuff.
Manoah.
Oh yeah, those Blue Jays are so weird.
That was pretty good, actually.
Are they even watching baseball? It's hockey season. So I don't
That's
even know how
true.
much viewing the Blue Jays are getting right now.
That's a good question too. Um, the Leafs, if you're assuming anything about the Leafs still being in the playoffs, you're completely wrong. You're mistaken. You're mistaken. It's May. The Leafs don't play hockey in May.
It's true.
So they're probably dedicated to the Blue Jays now. The Raptors were garbage this year, as we all
True.
know. I think they're full on Blue Jays.
Full on Blue Jay season.
Yeah.
Dude. That's why Alec Manoah has so much. That's why he's doing so well because he's getting the full support.
It's true.
He pitched
There we
terribly
go.
earlier in the season because nobody was paying attention to him. He just lives for the moment.
Andrew, do you still have a Sorare card?
Of course, I will always back my boy.
Did you play it?
His
So
last
no.
game I did.
Okay.
I did.
Wow.
Yep.
His start was good enough for what? How many points? It's 37.
Nice.
He's back to back 30 and 37 points without the bonus.
Wow.
That's getting to be pretty good. That's better than Mitch Keller complete game. How about
Mm-hmm.
that? How about that?
That's
Alec
pretty
Manoa,
good.
Sober Ace.
Wow, Alec Manoa's new card is selling for $8.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Rambler Manoa. I don't know. I don't know, guys. No, I love
Somebody
So
Frambler
instant
too.
bought him for
so
10.50.
Manoa kind of seems like a good card that might work for a monthly chase right now.
Oh,
Honestly.
better
Yes.
than
Because if you're
Framber.
getting
Yes.
one of your scores taken away, it's like a college course. You get
Yep.
4 exams throughout the year, but you get to take your lowest score and erase it. You take away
Exactly.
Manoa's first start and erase it, he's putting up 67 points without the bonus. And he hasn't
It's
even
pretty
had his
good.
third start for the monthly chase yet. It's pretty good. Um, yeah, so I guess this is a good transition. Monthly
Yeah.
chase. It just started this past game week. We talked about it last week. Sure enough, I entered, but I will say, didn't buy any new cards or try that hard with this first monthly chase. My pitcher ended up getting hurt, so he's not even going to get his other starts.
Yeah.
So, well, that goes out
Rip.
the window. Yeah. I did set a lineup, but I wasn't too preoccupied with it. Still going for my champion teams, my all-star and pro teams. I prioritize those still over this monthly chase. That being said, once it starts to hit that big one in July, I'm gonna start going for it. Yeah, I might put together a better team, but I wanted to keep my good cards for these last few months or few game weeks of the month, so I could use them in other lineups. So that's my personal way that I took that started off this monthly chase. But hey, I do have a team. What about you guys? Did you go all in? Did you buy any new cards? Did you allocate certain cards to certain lineups so you can make room for your monthly chase? How did we go about things? Nosh, I know you set one for sure. You said two.
Yeah, I actually
Yeah.
said
Let's go
two.
sperm whale.
Yeah.
What?
I know. I forewent, foregone, for I skipped out on Rare Pro and submitted a rare monthly chase lineup.
Wow.
And then I finally used some market credit and put together a little limited monthly chase lineup. I bought the minimum 5 new season cards, and I paid around $45 for the 5 new cards. So kind of a budget team just to experiment what it would look like. The limited lineup is doing okay. One of the cards I bought comically is Framber. And he put up -1. So that was
Heyo.
great. Very good. Um, Jason Foley was another. He's becoming a podcast legend.
Yes.
He pitched yesterday and gave up 2 earned runs in his relief
Nice.
appearance. So
Should have
that's
played
not
Chris
good.
Flexen.
I
Yeah.
know. So
Chris
I'm
Flexen's
I'm
back. Hot take.
I'm 2 for 5 on my new cards. Tyro Estrada did great. Sterling Marte's had a good week. And then the other one's Bryce Strang, who has not played since I bought him. So not really sure what's going on there. And then my rare monthly chase lineup is in 232nd out of 242. And you would think, well, maybe because you didn't have players playing. Nope, I have a full lineup. I have 3 cards in the negatives, including another podcast
Three.
legend, Nolan Arenado.
Hey.
Yes. Podcast
To
legend.
be
Did you ever
fair, to be
did you sell him?
fair,
Yeah.
no, he's in my rare monthly chase.
Wow. See?
It's getting me -1.
That's all
To
right.
his credit, they suspended the game because of weather yesterday, so they're finishing it today. So really, it's only been one game, but still not great. But yeah, I have 2 monthly chase lineups. We joked about it last week, but it's true. We always say maybe, maybe not, and then we join anyway.
So
But
I
okay, sorry, before you start, I just looked ahead to the next game week, and you could
Yep.
submit any lineup into monthly chase that you want. I wasn't sure if you would have to keep your lineup the same or how that would work, but you're resetting a lineup. So it's not
Ah.
locked in. You can put in whoever you want into the next game
So
week.
I went around it the whole time thinking you were locked in.
Yep.
Mm.
I
Are you
think
sure about that?
I'm looking at the next game week and I can submit a monthly chase lineup.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about that?
So maybe their communication needs to be a little bit better because we were confused on a couple different things with this competition, but
Now we know. But so the thing that stood out to me, so one, they kind of talk about it as like a monthly competition, although the competition only runs for half a month. So that like I was confused as to whether this would be like a weekend only thing or a midweek thing, since if they do it for consecutive game weeks, as we know, game or scores are going to be lower over the weekend since there's only 3 days in the game week as opposed to four during the middle of the week. So if you're throwing out one of the four, it's probably going to be a weekend one, so it's, I guess, like, I wish they would have done it like every other game week where it's an only weekend thing or an only midweek thing. Probably they didn't do it because then you could just have used the same starting pitcher. Whereas if you do it consecutive, then that forces someone to have more than one starting pitcher. So brilliant on them if that's why they did that. But it's kind of funny to me that we talk about it as monthly, but if you look at their calendar, it's 14 days of a monthly competition, then 14 days of special weeklies, then 14 days of a monthly. So I guess I wish they would have done the format maybe every other rather than have it be 4-0-4-0.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
But I didn't enter it. So my team was coming back from multiple injuries. I needed to actually add to my in-season cards just to even field a lineup. So I added Randy, a Rosarina podcast hated, and Paul Goldschmidt, another podcast hated. So
Oh,
I love the hate. So I gravitate towards the overlooked guys. And I don't know. So now I just entered limited champion, and my hope was that everyone would get so excited by this monthly competition that they put their best lineup there, and then I could clean up with this, with just my kind of priority lineup being in champion. So we'll see how this weekend turns out. It does hurt that, um, actually no, Xander didn't screw me over in this lineup. So I don't know. We'll see. It all depends on how Mr. Nasty Nestor does and whether Craig Kimbrell can actually get a save this game week.
well, Craig Kimbrell, that game that they just restarted, the Cardinals immediately hit a 2-run homer. So they're winning 3-1 in the eighth inning. It was
Gosh.
1-1 when they paused the game. It is now 3-1 Cardinals.
Was it
Was
at
it
least a Paul
Arenado or
Goldschmidt home run?
Goldschmidt?
Yeah.
Nope, it was Nolan Gorman.
No, the wrong Nolan.
I know. Arenado's trash. I'm back on hating Nolan Arenado.
Oh no.
You
Should have
can't use him in
sold.
your lineups then.
That's not true.
No, you can't.
The more I fuel with hate, the better he'll do.
The more I
That's
feel
okay.
hate.
Yeah,
It's pretty toxic.
Your hate is his motivate?
exactly. I
All
want to
right.
say they picked that game up in the sixth inning, and it happened like right away. Nolan Gorman, who's been hitting very well, I will say. I believe.
Nolan.
So
Go,
let
go
me
Arenado.
let me ask you this. These both happen to me. And so this is a little bit of a leading question, but I want your
Okay.
like what hurts more? You have a player who gets hurt in their first or before their first at bat, or maybe strikes out, so they have no points for the game week. Or you have an early pitcher which you're excited about, but they get absolutely shelled, and so they are only sitting like between maybe 5 points. So you're not going to get your typical pitching performance. What is the worst when you look at your lineup and see that? Who Like, what's worse, seeing the goose egg, knowing that you're not going to get any more, or seeing that lowest score from a pitcher, just knowing that the pitching, it's already over and you can't do anything about it?
Honestly, let me answer with a reverse. Let me answer
Okay.
politically real quick and say that if my lineup, like I have maybe three lineups, like Freddie hasn't pitched yet, Luis Castillo has not pitched yet. I have a few lineups that haven't had pitchers yet that are
That's a great feeling.
they're kind of doing all right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good feeling. So I'd feel like the pitcher plays an important part there. But on the other end, I would say we've seen lineups win without a card. Not
True.
necessarily podium, but we've seen like top 10 performances with lineups, maybe like with a reliever getting zero. Granted, you don't
It's
want
true.
that to go to a position player to a starter, but I would say the one that hurts a little bit more from the beginning is that position player.
Mm,
Pitcher, like position player, it's kind of just how the scoring works. Position
it's
player would
true.
still have more of a chance to put up 34 points that week than your pitcher. Say your pitcher didn't get shelled, but struck out three people over 6 innings. Still maybe only a what 21 point
Yeah.
performance? No,
That's like
24
one home
point
run.
performance. Yeah. Yeah, and then
Yeah,
plus like all the hits they gave up and walks, all those minuses too. So if they're not getting the win, they're maybe only getting 20 points out of that, even if
for
they don't
sure.
get shelled. So I would say the hitter hurts a little bit more.
Well, Andrew, now
Yeah.
knowing before you tell us who you're talking about, I already know who you're talking about in both instances, and I also have both
Actually, I
players.
have a couple instances.
Okay.
So it's not just
Um,
not just two people.
I'll spoil it for the listeners. The hitter you're talking about is Xander Bogaerts, and he's been in my secondary rare lineup. He got demoted.
Whale,
Oh,
Um,
sperm whale.
But he was promoted this game week into
promoted.
my normal rare lineup because he had 5 games,
Five
a
games. I'm
double
so
header
hyped. So
on top
hyped.
of a four
Oh
game week.
man,
So 5 games, and he's going to put up a big fat 0. So that makes it that much worse because he had 5 games. So I'm in the same boat as you. I think the hitter definitely hurts more when I'm setting these lineups. I'm hoping for a 20 to 30 point performance from my pitchers. But when you see a guy who has a 5 game week, you're hoping for a big score, way more than you're expecting from your pitchers. So the hitter definitely hurts worse, especially in this instance.
dude, how big did your eyes get when you started setting your lineups and you started seeing those fives
I thought it was
pop
glitched.
up,
I was like, how could
Yeah.
there be 5? And then I was like, oh, it's a double header. I
and a
thought it was
four
a
game
glitch.
wait?
You know, brutal.
So in this lineup with Xander, I played Manny with him. He had five. I played Tatis. He had five. Played
Home run
Marcell
Rob.
Ozuna. He had five. Played
Mm.
Michael Harris. He had five.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to get a card because, well, one, Tatis is having a terrible. He's taking his 5 games and he's striking out a bunch of times. And Xander just got hurt, so it's kind of over before it started. But yeah, the
Brutal.
one thing I'll raise though, does it make a difference if in how the player earned their low score if they got hurt versus they just had a terrible game? Um, like Xander, of course, I'm frustrated that he put up 0, and I know he could have scored a lot, but he got hurt. It's a little bit understandable versus Frambler or Pablo Lopez, who just got shelled. I feel like my pitchforks are more so in the camp of the pitcher that just did not play well versus someone that got hurt. I don't know.
You can be mad at a player for getting shelled. Absolutely, that's baseball. That's fantasy sports. It hurts to have a player get hurt. It hurts your
Yeah,
lineup more,
It's going to
and
affect you
it
more. Yeah.
yeah, it's going to affect you more.
Especially, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened to Xander. I'm just seeing day
it's
to
his
day at this
shoulder.
point. So hopefully he can come back. He might even still play this game week. They still have 2 more games. So hopefully it's not too serious and he can maybe get a game in. But yeah, if you have a guy that gets hurt and then he goes on the 10-day or 60-day, then your lineups are going to be hurting for the next couple weeks to months. So
That's a very good point, especially in so rare where, and then, not to mention the card value is tied to that. So,
right.
even if you wanted to sell, his price is going to be through the floor, unlike Alec Manoah's.
Oh,
Oh man.
yeah, I tell you, you can get your Yuri Perez rare right now for $44.
Let's
Wow.
go.
You have it listed?
Nope.
No.
That's a buy now price for this season's card.
Oh wow.
They're selling this season?
Yeah. There's two of them.
What? Wow, that's crazy, actually.
Yeah, they shouldn't have those listed. And no, they should for collection. They should have a few
That's
listed.
true. That's
They
true.
should
Good
always
point.
have a few cards listed.
Good
I would
point.
say good investment for the future, but he'll probably just break his leg at the start of next season. So, uh, I shouldn't say that.
Trying to think of the soccer equivalent of
Oh,
him.
for the audience, live update from your Cardinals
Uh-oh.
Orioles
No.
game. Noah
Arenado?
Arenado up to bat. He hit
Struck out.
a struck out.
Hey, -1. Dude, you can go for a right. You know what? So, as you guys know, I played in a charity golf tournament a few days ago, and obviously they give out a prize for the team that finishes in first. But they also give out a prize for flights. So like there's the bad flight. So the really bad scores at the bottom, it's the lowest four
Mm.
scores, but if you're at the top of the lowest four scores, you want a gift card. And then it goes like the next four and the next four and then the winner. So you could be like, you should get a box. Like they should offer boxes for finishing in the last 10 spots.
I like that.
Yeah.
But you have to have a
What?
full lineup.
Oh, I was to say, you can't just
A
have
full lineup of
DAPs.
people that are starting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if someone gets a 0, if intentional 0, it's actually 100.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so rare. I know you're listening.
There we
Let's have a
go.
Wait, special
competition.
weekly. Special
Special
weekly.
Reverse.
weekly.
Yeah.
We're going for low score. Golf. They'll call it golf.
Or strikeout kings. It's the
Oh,
Javi Baez
strikeout
special.
kings.
You get points for whiffing, and you get points for striking out.
I like that. I
Javi
am
Baez special.
nine places away from last place. Do you want to hear
9
this
places
lineup? Do
away
you want to
from
hear this lineup?
last place?
How did you do that?
Wait, what is your position?
233rd out of 242. And it's okay. John Gray, who's been pitching great for the Rangers.
Solid Ranger
Andrew
pitcher.
Nardi, who's been a decent reliever for the Marlins. Ryan
Nardog.
Mountcastle, IKF, Riley Green, Nolan Arenado, and Gary Sanchez. Like that's a respectable lineup.
I have respect
In
for that lineup.
9 places from last place. Insane.
You have a few
Insane.
home run or bust guys in there, and right now it's like total
True.
bust. You
Very
hit
true.
every opposite parlay that you needed to hit.
I was saying to Jacob before we clicked record that my lineups will either win me some solid cards or nothing. Like I never win boxes because it's either like a really great score or a terrible score. There's no in between.
Well, monthly chase. I mean, like I said earlier when we started talking about it, there is that big one coming up in July where the prizes are going to be multiplied by 4. Hopefully by then I will have won a few more cards. If not, I will have won enough market credit to take over John's position at So Rare.
Yep.
And we'll be able to create my own lineup in that way. So either way, hopefully by July I'll have a better lineup. But yeah, this was kind of like a test run for me. I wasn't going too hard with it. Andrew, and like you said, you didn't even bother to enter one. So
Nope. My goal for next one is to enter a lineup. I got some ETH balance, I got my market credits, and the one thing I've learned is if don't buy players on Monday or on Friday before the game week, or else you'll, especially if you're on a budget. So Stretch the budget, buy players on Wednesday. Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, I did mostly instant buys for the cards that I did, but I had a ton of market credit. So it actually, I would check and make sure that it would be cheaper than what's listed. But it actually worked out that way, that I had enough market credit to make the cards cheaper than what they would have been otherwise. So
Brilliant move by Sorare. What a brilliant move. Just keeping the money with
Monthly
them.
chase.
I know.
Who would have thought that a year and a half, 2 years into it, maybe 3 years into it, that baseball would be doing a lot better than NBA?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's the mints too. I mean, we can get
Mhm.
into a why
Nah, we
what's
don't.
wrong
We
with
can
Sorare
do
NBA,
that.
but
We will
that's a
do that
different
in like
podcast.
maybe like August, September.
Maybe we
See
spin
where
it
we're at then.
positively. What
Yeah.
can they do to make this season the best version of Sorare NBA yet? That's such a
Yeah, there
clickbait
we
title.
go. That's a
There we go.
clickbait. That's like put some hashtags in there, you're good to go.
Hashtag John, we're coming for your
Wemby.
job.
Nah, hashtag Wemby. Hashtag with market credit.
No more market
Hashtag
credits.
LeBron. Hashtag Bronny. Bronny James.
Hashtag
Next
Short
NBA
King.
superstar. Short King.
Short King.
Nosh, did you know that you might be taller than Bronny James? Andrew, you definitely are.
How tall is he
Mm,
listed?
I think
He's
he's
listed at
6'1".
6'2". He's listed at 6'2".
No,
The
that's a scam.
the
Let's see the
funniest thing,
picture.
NBA list heights are like hilarious. Like I'm 6'10", guys.
Yeah, right. Get out the tape measure. Let's see it. I want to see the picture. Prove it. Prove that you're that tall.
Wow.
Well, it is Wednesday, and we've
Wednesday,
spent a
my
good
dudes.
40 minutes talking about Sorare and baseball. I would say we can wrap it up right now because,
Let's do some fun.
yeah, it's a work day, and we're working. We're podcasting. It should be up tonight, day of recording. We love to see it.
Whoa.
So
Day of.
Guys are getting the freshest podcast ever.
I know. Eventually, too, Nosh will have a rider fade back for us. We just needed
Yes.
we needed some more foods to be
It
seen.
needs to marinate.
You need, yeah, you
It
need to find
wouldn't.
some good MLB. You know what? You should have a MLB food rider fade only
Oh.
because I know
Coming
good ones
soon.
on social media.
I'll tell you, it wouldn't be such a special segment if it was every week. That would ruin the specialty of it.
Exactly.
So you gotta pick and choose. Pick and choose. I think this is one player and one player only.
I think we got to start with MLB by the numbers.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
I think we
I
got
like
to
it.
start with the by the numbers because we haven't done this yet.
Ooh,
Yes.
So this is
okay,
2023. This is from last year, and we're doing hits. Starting off with Ellie. Does Ellie have more or less hits than Paredes in 2023? I have no
Got
idea.
hurt. He got hurt,
Oh,
didn't he?
man.
Yeah.
It's
123? I doubt he had more than that.
Yeah, I think he had less.
He didn't start off the season on the team.
Oh, this is last year.
It's last year.
Last year.
123 hits in May would be insane.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I just thought it was this year for some reason. I obviously wasn't paying attention to the actual numbers, which is the point of the game. I think it's less.
Yeah.
Yep, less. Let's start it.
Good start. Good
Hey.
start. Melendez,
Ooh.
probably a little bit more.
I was to say he played
Yeah,
the full
more.
year, I'm pretty sure. Solid.
125.
I feel
Rosario.
like Rosario wasn't
had an
starting all
alright
year.
season last year.
He got traded.
Yeah.
I want to say less.
Ooh, it was so close. That's tough.
Man.
That's tough.
Oh,
Kyle Isbell,
what?
probably
That's gotta be
less.
less. Yeah,
70.
Good.
Taylor
Ooh.
Ward.
Taylor Wood more.
More.
He's having a good
Alright.
season this year.
Yeah. Angels, baby. Machado. It's got to be
It's
more than
gotta be
90.
more.
I
Yeah,
refuse
come
to
on,
believe Machado had less than 90 hits.
Wow,
If it's
140, okay.
less than 90, it'd be awesome.
Oh,
Yeah,
former Brewer.
Brewers legend.
Less.
But
Gotta
this
be
would have been
less, though.
his Brewers stats, right?
114 is more than I would have said. Andres Jimenez
More.
Gotta be more.
Yeah.
Leadoff hitter. Yeah. Back to
Yeah, you're
140
right.
again.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Wade
Lamont.
Jr. less.
I say he hits lower down, doesn't he? Or
Yeah.
he leads off sometimes.
Yeah.
Not even
Freddie
close.
for
Freddie for
mean.
mean. Ooh. I would still
Decent.
say less.
I would say
Less.
less.
61. Okay. It's
61.
probably
All
gonna be
right.
more.
Carlos
Hey,
Santana.
Bridgerton.
Probably more.
Yeah,
Yep,
it's gotta be
more.
Wow. A lot
Yeah, he
more.
was.
Jeez, that's
Belly.
hard. Was he hurt at all?
He had a
He's
really
hitting
good year, didn't he?
I would say more.
go more.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did have a very good year. Dang.
Ooh, this one's
Ooh.
tough. I might
Catcher,
say
though?
more.
Really, as a
He
catcher.
DHs.
Wow.
Shit. Maybe last year wasn't his year.
Ozuna.
Ozuna.
He's turning
You-
up this year.
He had 40
Hits for
home runs
power.
last year. You think he had 80 more hits? More.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. Mitch Haniger less.
Let's go. 44.
Wow.
Nice. Good season,
Mitchie.
Mitch.
Bring her more.
Springer
Oh,
more.
we're on short clock.
Short king clock.
Less.
Jonheim
Ooh.
less.
Catcher.
Catchers suck.
Josh Naylor more.
All right.
Ooh.
More.
Yeah.
More.
No, Pete Alonso, you suck.
Hey,
Hey, we
though.
beat the
Hey.
average. Let's go. That's the first one in a while. Let's go.
Respectable.
16.
So
So that's
when do we
MLB
get
by the numbers for the listeners. MLB by the numbers. Of course, we're gonna move
when
on to the pickle here. But what?
when
What's
do they
up?
start doing this year? This year's stats?
I think it's just every day is different.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Like tomorrow might be 2024.
good.
I wish. Too bad you can't go back and do like an old one just to see.
Yeah, right.
That's all right.
Leaderboards. All right.
Onto the pickle.
Alec
Should we
Manoa.
do Manoa?
All right.
Or Frambler. Frambler or Manoa.
Hmm. I
Manoa.
think we gotta go Manoa.
Manoa.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Righty starting
He's a
pitcher.
pitcher.
Wow.
NL East or AL West or AL Central.
AL West. I feel like that would be a good little random one. Maybe
Griffin Canning.
like a Max Scherzer. Okay.
Oh, right. We can go Canning. Canning's age is probably similar, but
Hmm.
we'll get the AL West out of the way.
Yeah.
It is the
Okay.
AL
Oh,
West.
okay.
He's got to be old.
Verlander.
He's gotta be old.
Verlander.
Verlander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be Verlander. Going back to
Yeah.
the Tigers. It is. What a guess. What a guess.
Wow.
In the first
Jeez.
three. Showing
Wow.
out for the end of the podcast.
We are so back.
We are
We're so
back. We've never left.
Jeez.
A little
That was
so
Verlander
good.
action.
Dude, Manoa was a
Astros.
great first guess.
He was. It's always right. Actually, no. Frambler would have been a better first guess, guys.
True.
That's true.
Framber would have been a really good guess.
Either
I think we got
one
in
was
two
a
with
good
Framber.
start.
We
Either
might
one
have
was a
got it
good
in two
start.
with Framber.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
sick.
especially you would have seen from say you would have seen starting pitcher, you would have seen not a lefty.
Yep.
The age not being close. Yeah, we probably would have gotten two. All right. That's still good though. Can't be mad.
have
Can't be mad.
Both roads lead to Verlander.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Live update.
Wow. Is that what it's like to have a good lineup?
Scouted.
3-1. Game over.
Wow.
Housley got the save.
Only
Wait,
9?
I saw a good
Did it-
score. Nosh, I saw you had a good score somewhere down
You
there.
didn't get the save points yet. Yeah, my
Yeah,
NL lineup.
Not
And-
bad. You
and
haven't
my
had a
champ
pitcher yet.
lineup. I know.
Whoa.
I know. Dude, okay, real quick before we end. My common lineup is terrible.
Ha!
I don't think I've
How are you so
scored.
bad?
Look at these players.
My common lineup is actually kind of killer.
I don't think I've
Mookie.
scored.
You got to get rid
higher
of
than,
Diaz,
like,
man. You got to
1,000.
fade Edwin Diaz.
I know I gotta
Yep.
swap them out.
For Class A.
Might
Have
even
some
want
class,
to
man.
think about swapping Acuna.
I know he's been bad. I know 33 is good, but his stats this year are really not great. But yep, there you have it. 233rd.
Nice.
-4, -2, 0, 3. Apparently John Gray's hurt. Oh, brother.
John Gray
What
got
are you
hurt?
gonna do?
No.
I think it's just like I think it was his groin or something, so it shouldn't be too bad, hopefully.
Yeah, you don't need a groin.
Yeah.
Yeah, who needs a groin anyway? It's not even a real thing. Anyways, there you have it. Sorry we've been kind of
We're
weird
so good at
timing.
pickle. We're so good at
We are
pickle.
so
We're
good at
so
pickle.
we're so good.
We're so good,
We're like a
period.
It's like a dill meets I don't
Mhm.
even know.
It's
Different
a
flavors.
ham sandwich.
Yes.
It's
Butter.
lunchtime.
It is lunchtime.
Yeah,
Well,
Jacob, do you already eat lunch?
I already ate lunch.
there you
It's already
go.
lunchtime.
Eastern time. It'd be that way. Got 2 hours before the big Europa League final.
Go Leverkusen,
Oh yeah.
baby.
Any predictions?
Leverkusen
It's gonna
3,
be
Atlanta 1. Josip Stanisic scores a goal.
nope. I'm going Atalanta scores in the first half. It's 1-0 until the 86th. Then Leverkusen
Yep.
score 2 in the last 5 minutes.
Leverkusen only score goals in like the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yep. That's how they roll.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna
That's
go
how they roll.
3-2. 3-2 Leverkusen.
Ooh,
Big
that'd be
scores.
exciting. I
Yep.
like it.
Yep.
There you have it. You heard it here first. We're all going Leverkusen though.
Herdecki makes saves, but or he makes enough, but not every save.
Yeah.
It's true. Very true. Well, don't forget to check out the social medias. Go subscribe to the YouTube. Leave us a rating wherever you are listening to our podcast. Until next week, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.